What's up, y'all? We're back, and of course, gonna talk some basketball here now. This is really interesting that we're talking about this right here. I actually meant to get to this yesterday. I just didn't make proper amount of time for me to do that, so I'm gonna talk about it now. But of course, we're gonna talk about Clippers head coach Tyronn Lue. And of course, he's gotten an extension. I didn't go into looking into the numbers or anything like that because I don't really care about that. I don't want to talk about that specifically. Really, it's just interesting to me because obviously he was talked about he was talked about as possibly defecting over from the Los Angeles Clippers to the Los Angeles Lakers as head coach to possibly even reunite with LeBron James, but I don't think that was ever going to be the case. I don't think it was even close. It would have been absolutely shocking, just shocking beyond belief if that were to have ever happened. Just for the fact that I just can't help but say it enough, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They've gone through coaches like we go through our underwear. It's just not even funny at this point. We're talking Frank Vogel, and now, of course, what was it? I'm forgetting the man's name. There was another one before that, but of course we just had Darvin Ham getting fired. There were numerous coaches that have been along since then. I think Luke Walton was the one that I'm thinking about. That was right before Frank Vogel, and there have been numerous others, especially since that, and of course the retirement ultimately of Kobe Bryant. But it's just really, really funny to me thinking about that because it's as if ever since Phil Jackson, pretty fitting that I got this t-shirt on right now, by the way, but it's just funny because ever since Phil Jackson, there's just not been any real stability, no actual structure. Despite them winning the championship back in 2020 in the bubble, say what you will about that, but, for me personally, I just can't understand that such an illustrious franchise, such as the Los Angeles Lakers, is having this problem, and they would be so desperate as to try to poach a guy like Tyronn Lue, especially from literally across the building, or at least it will be for now. I think they get into the new building either this or next season, or this next season or the following season after that. I'm not sure which, but either way, that's going to be changing. But that blows my mind that that's the case. And of course, the coaching search still seems to continue right now, which is wild. I think they're one of the only ones. I think they're waiting on the end of the I would like to think the NBA Finals, because Sam Cassell was talked about, even though he was talked about for the Clippers job if Tyronn Lue were to leave. But I know he's in the running. A couple of other coaches, I don't remember the names off the top of my head. They're all in the running, but either way, whoever they go with, hopefully they stick with them and they don't fall for all the prima donna shit, whether it's AD, LeBron, or whatever, and it just be the same thing as what's happened to the Phoenix Suns. Because sadly, with the Phoenix Suns, they've gone from one of the most prominent top contenders to just a literal laughing stock, and that saddens me to say that, with my mom being a full-fledged Arizona resident and everything Arizona fan. It's just it just sucks to see that, and I'll even go as far as saying it's embarrassing. But something that's not so embarrassing, Caitlin Clark. Now, I'm bringing this up in the way that I am because obviously you've seen the title of the video, and we're going to go into that here in just a moment. But of course, there was a point where she was offered a $50 million contract to play with the Big Three. Now, to my knowledge, to this point, last time I checked, nothing came of that. But I think it would have been really interesting to see if she would have taken that up, especially given that, as I understand it, her contract was upward of about $1 million or something like that. I don't know if I heard that right. Don't hold me to those numbers. In fact, feel free to correct me in the comments section if you want, because I really have no idea. But what I do know is it would have been incredibly significant if we'd have seen this, and I think it would have been an interesting gateway to see who else we would have seen go through that, I guess, forbidden door, if you will, since I had just gotten done talking about forbidden doors and all that. But but no, it's just really interesting because I feel as if, especially with the upcoming topic coming along, I wonder if we still don't see this on some level, because, you know, the Big Three has been interesting for what it is. I haven't watched it as heavily as I'd like to, but when I have, it's actually been pretty entertaining. And again, just given her dynamic of player, I think that's something that, at least in theory, would have definitely made it must-see. It would have made it must-see just on her name alone, because she's still one of the bigger draws, if not the biggest draw in the WNBA as it is right now. Granted, she just got her first win earlier in the week with the Indiana Fever over a fellow rookie in Cameron Brink and the LA Sparks. But yeah, it's still kind of rocky for that team right now, and really, I guess a lot of this doesn't matter as much until that gets turned around there, but maybe it does, because now we got a new thing coming along, and it's actually the women's version of the Big Three. It's a new league known as Unrivaled, as you can see. I'm going to read a little bit of this article from CNBC.com, because it's really, really interesting stuff. Unrivaled, the new pro women's basketball league founded by WNBA stars Breanna Stewart and Nafessa Collier, has closed a round of funding from sports and media investors. The star-studded lineup includes former ESPN president John Skipper, former Warner Brothers CEO Ann Sarnoff, as well as athletes including Megan Rapinoe and Steve Nash. Other names that aren't mentioned in this are also Carmelo Anthony, and damn it, there was another one that was real fresh on the top of my mind. It'll probably come back to me as we go. But just those listed right there is significant, I think. Especially because you got former president of ESPN and John Skipper, and the former CEO of Warner Brothers and Ann Sarnoff, which is also really interesting. I mean, obviously those companies are big deals for a reason, but I want to talk about this specifically for the fact that I don't think it's a secret that women's basketball has just increased in terms of popularity, and again, Caitlin Clark is a ratings draw. She absolutely is. Now, the interesting thing about that, I mentioned that she got her first win earlier in the week. The Chicago Sky, on the other hand, which is a bit of a contrast of sorts, you got two rookies in Angel Reese and Carmela Cardoso, who right now is unavailable due, I think, to a shoulder injury. But either way, they're one of, if not the top team in the WNBA right now, or the Sky. And I'd like to think that, if nothing else, with time, they could end up being the ratings draw too, because, oh goodness, why am I struggling with names? I hate when I do this, especially when I'm recording. Angel Reese. I probably even fucked it up earlier for all I know. But Angel Reese is a big-time star as well. I mean, she's known for having her name all over a lot of stuff. And between her and Caitlin Clark, if they're a part of this, there are so many ways that this could go from here, and it's huge for them because it's going to be more money for them. It's also going to mean they don't have to travel abroad to play in other leagues in other countries to make more money, because if we're being honest, the salary structure, as I mentioned earlier with the WNBA, is a bit on the shit side, if we're being perfectly honest. And excuse these noises, I gotta figure this out with my Bluetooth. But anyway, as far as all of this is concerned, I can't say enough about this. I'm absolutely here for this, actually, and I think it's a long time coming. I gotta say, when the WNBA launched, they also had the ABL, which actually merged with the WNBA, and many of the teams no longer exist, unfortunately. But I think this is one of many ways that we could see of this being fuel not just for the WNBA, but the players and everyone else alike. It's just nothing short of a huge opportunity, and I'm looking forward to this, in all honesty. I hope that everything's a hit with this. And then let's not forget, we've got the Olympics in Paris coming up here in the summertime as well. So those are also things to be considered, and of course we're fielding a really strong team for that as well. But yeah, I think this is something that is going to be fun to watch. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, y'all gotta let me know where y'all are at on that. I mean, it's I think it's gonna be something to enjoy. But y'all know what it is. Like, share, and subscribe, and of course, especially if you are new. And yeah, that's just what it is. Thanks for rocking with me, and I'm gonna get at y'all.